Whew, hey, we got us a win, man. A win is a win is a win. It was really beautiful to start. It ended ugly. Texas gets out of Houston with the W, 31-24. But we got some things that we got to talk about, I think. So to start the game, Texas comes out on fire. They came out with pedal to the metal. We went up 21-0 in the first quarter. Quinn looked absolutely incredible. He was making very good reads, making sharp throws. I mean, his pass to Xavier Worthy down the sideline was... When Quinn Ewers lets the ball rip, he's got the prettiest pass in all of football. I don't care what anybody says. The way that thing comes out of his fingers is actually crazy. Makes a beautiful catch over the shoulder. I mean, it was pinpoint. Like, Quinn couldn't have walked the ball over to Xavier's hands any better. The pass to Adonai Mitchell, the corner route in the end zone, was a freaking dime. Toe tapped, got both feet in. Texas started off really, really good. Defensively, played really, really well. The D-line was getting after Donovan Smith. The most obvious thing, in my opinion, that was exposed is our safeties. Good God. It's like I'm concerned. Like they just, like they can't see the field. I mean, the eyes are so bad. Derek Williams was in there, and honestly, Derek Williams did really well. I don't know why he didn't play more in the game. I'm so confused. Keaton Crawford and Michael Taft on the field at the same time is a recipe for disaster. The defense actually played a very, very good game. 3 players maybe that played terrible football, and 2 of those players are Keaton Crawford and Michael Taft, who saw the field entirely too much. The third player really was Jaron Thompson. He also had a terrible game. And our safeties were getting beat over the middle of the field all game long. Let me just stop right there. PK, why are we playing man coverage 8 yards off the ball? I don't understand. Every time we went in man coverage and we played press man, Houston could not move the ball. Donovan Smith could not find a target. We have our safeties matched up on their slot receivers, whether that was Manjack, whether that was the other little dude like number 83 or 85 or something. If the safeties are in man coverage and they're lined up 9 to 10 yards off the ball, all Houston did was run in routes and slants, crossing routes over the middle of the field, and absolutely tore our safeties to pieces. I don't understand why PK insists on having our defenders lining up 7 to 8 yards off the ball. We're playing man coverage, but our corners and our safeties are lined up 6 yards off the ball. I don't get it. Every time we got to the line of scrimmage and we put hands on the receivers and disrupted them off the line of scrimmage, Houston could not move the ball. They couldn't run the ball. The QB run was not there. The only plays that were made were on our safeties. Maybe I'm seeing something different. I don't know. Maybe my eyes are lying to me. They gotta be lying to me, right? Because how does PK not see this? How does Sark not see this? Defensively, I thought we actually played a really good game overall. We're +2 in the turnover margin. Jalen Ford made a huge hit on Donovan Smith to force a fumble in Houston territory, which gave us short field position. When Houston is driving and it looks like they're about to go down and score, we bring a blitz and force Donovan Smith out of the pocket. He throws the ball downfield, makes a terrible throw, and Michael Taft intercepts it. I thought the team played very well defensively overall outside of a few plays, and those few plays were major because they allowed Houston to get back into the game. From going 21-0 in the first quarter, 21-14 going into half, and then all of a sudden coming out of half, it's 21-21 just like that in a hurry. PK was not setting our defense up for success in the second half, which he was doing in the first half. Sark had some really questionable calls as well. Obviously, the 4th and 6, choosing to go for a fake field goal with Bert Auburn. I'm not even going to take any time on that one because I know he's going to go back and look at that and think, what the absolute f*** was I thinking? The chance to go up 24-14, and instead I faked the field goal and throw the ball to Bert Auburn. That was the stupidest play call that he made all game long. But more than that, the thing that actually concerned me in the second half was, as good as Quinn Ewers looked in the first half, when we faced 3 deep safeties, the 3 deep and 3 down linemen was killing Quinn and it was killing Sark. It's not because Sark can't make play calls against the 3 deep. Quinn was missing reads left and right. And they had a 3 down pass rush that was giving our O-line really no problems. They had a couple of quick pass rushes where they got some block sheds, And it just sped the game up for Quinn like times 10. He was trying to get the ball out of his hands in 3 seconds. He was taking underneath routes when Adonai Mitchell was wide open over the middle of the field, 20 yards down the field. Or when Xavier Worthy or JT Sanders are open down the sideline, he's checking the ball down. On the 4th down, when he threw the ball to Adonai Mitchell and it got deflected, JT Sanders is literally standing in the middle of the field wide open. And if Quinn just takes a second longer and looks at him, instead of speeding the ball up when he had virtually 0 pass rush, that would have been a completion and an extended drive. Instead, we turned the ball over and gave it back to Houston. I mean, he didn't look like bad, you know, it's not bad to take checkdowns, but he was just missing reads left and right, and that was a little concerning. He had no reason to speed up. The O-line was playing very well. The pass rush was not getting to him. Both of the sacks that Quinn Ewers took, he had receivers wide open. The one that he took early in the game, Jonathan Brooks is wide open in the flat, dumps the pass off. Jonathan Brooks will pick up the first down. The second one that he misses, Adonai Mitchell literally blows past the cornerback who's coming on a blitz. Adonai runs like a little corner route and it's just naked, butt naked open. The safety is trying to get over to him, but he's butt naked, and Quinn never looks at him and takes the sack. There was a lot of things offensively that we didn't do well that kept the game close, and most of that was really play calling. I don't know why Steve is insisting on throwing the ball so often when Jonathan Brooks is picking up 5 yards a carry, 20 rushes for 99 yards. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. CJ Baxter had 4 rushes for 60 some odd yards and a touchdown. We were moving Houston's defense off the line of scrimmage. They need to touch the ball 25 to 30 times. We don't need to pass the ball, and I don't understand why sometimes Steve gets so hard-headed about throwing the football. Unfortunately, Quinn Ewers got hurt. We ran 2 screens in a row inside of the 10-yard line or inside of the 15-yard line instead of handing the ball off to Jonathan Brooks. We didn't hand it off to him first or second down. So we get into 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6, and it forces us to throw the ball because we're trying to score at that point. We're inside the 15, inside the 10, and Quinn Ewers gets hurt, doesn't get the first down, and potentially now we don't have him for a few weeks. He could have a broken collarbone for all we know. He could have a sprained AC joint. Who knows? He got smacked. Shit, he kind of lowered the wood on him too, immunity, but he took a huge hit when he should have slid. There was no reason for him to take that hit. That honestly forced Sark to run the ball. On the last drive where we ultimately pull ahead and win the game, 31-24, the drive where CJ Baxter scores a touchdown, Sark ran the ball 5 out of 6 plays. And we drove down the field 5 plays and 50 yards. So why we didn't commit to the run for the entirety of the game, I don't understand. And not only does committing to the run time off the clock, it keeps Houston's offense off the field. And while the defense didn't play a bad game, we had obvious vulnerabilities. I'm glad we got the win, but there's definitely a lot of things that we have to clean up. It wasn't as ugly as I think that everybody's making it out to be. Houston got the ball in a couple of short field scenarios, but overall the defense did its thing. It really kept Houston out of the end zone when it needed to. It bowed up and got the stops it needed to when it needed to. Overall, we did really well, I felt like. I'll have to go back and look at the game again. I'll do a review of the game from my perspective, what I'm seeing in the game as it's going on. I'll have that video out to y'all later in the week. You got to give credit to Houston for coming out and playing. They played hard and they never gave up. Even when they were down 21-0 to start and it looked like it was going to be just a complete train wreck for them, they kept coming back. Donovan Smith found a groove and got his team back in the game. Really, I'm satisfied with the grit that the team showed and the toughness and the fortitude to go and finish the game out. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. That's my immediate reaction to the game. Hopefully Quinn is not injured for too long. Goodness, that would be terrible to lose him for the season at this point in the season. That's all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor if you aren't already, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, turn on those notification bells so that you never miss anything that we have coming out for you guys. Because remember, no matter where you look, there's no better place than Mo Better Sports for your latest football takes. I am Mr. Mo Better, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.